Hello out there in YouTube land. Welcome aboard. My name's John and you're at friggin' Jeep and I create all this mess and make a mess. If you're new here, which I kind of hope you are, or I hope you're old timer here too, I handed out a lot of round things up at the Carlisle show. My buttons with my name on it and my location on it and stuff up at Carlisle. And if you're stopping by to see what this nut does because you got one of those buttons, welcome even more, and leave a comment down below that you're one of the guys that stopped by and I gave a button to. So that's why I'm showing what I'm about ready to show. It's how I get rid of my slab wood. If you're wondering how I get rid of my slab wood, we just cut those boards on the mill, and we're going to cut the rest of that up in the video that is actually this video. Just kind of going along. But what I do is I just have a little steel top saw, which they're good for more than just trimming. They're light, they're easy, they're handling, they're really great. I've had another one that I wore it out. I use that saw more than anything. I think it's only got about a 10-inch bar on it. But I'll show you how I cut up the slab wood and throw it over. I guess we'll put you here, then you can kind of see me throwing it over there. It comes down to rollers sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't come down to rollers. So it's how I get rid of it. It's the easiest for me. Pretty good. I don't cut them into 16-inch pieces because they don't bounce around in that square thing and drop out as easy. Or, you know, they don't make bridges and fill up a lot of airspace or take up a lot of airspace. That's why I do it that way. So we'll finish this one up. We'll put a big one in there. The other board's there to build a wall like in the back, and that'll hold a bunch. We have a lot of bonfires here, so that'll be great for one of the bonfires. Now, if you're old timer here, you'll kind of smile at this one. You know what I got and the number that I have. Well, I came here to put my gloves on. Hi, ZZ. Look at this glove. Can you tell what the whole thing's been chewed out? Now, it wasn't the best glove in the world, but it kept sticky wood off. You can see the fresh chew. Ruined that glove. So you know what I'm out there trying to get. If you're new here, you have to go back and check that out. If you're old here, you're going to have to answer in the comments below, what number is that one there? What number is that one there? Anyhow, I figured after I saw that, I checked those 1, 2, 3, and I had one in that one. So anyhow, that's where we're at. Well, maybe I'll show you flipping that out and how I do that, because I'm hoping that I got some new people here. I really would like to have some new people here, and I like to keep in the old people. So for old people, this is going to be kind of a repeat, Groundhog Day, I guess. I'll put you up here. It's actually the same day as I did last night's video. I gotta go to the doctor on Tuesday, and gotta put you down in here. There you go. Now I'll spin you around. You get seasick here. My channel, I don't do any editing if you're new here, or very little. I learned how to put 2 videos together, but that's it on my editing. There's a guy named Jason. Check a couple videos back. I think he's gonna come over and help me. Now, I don't know what you see in here. This is a taper. That's because the logs aren't always straight. So that makes it straight in here something like that. Then on this one here, I'm just pulling it back. Okay, let it flop down. That was not a boom. You'll know when there's a boom. Oh, the boom's on the other sawmill. And like I said, if you're new here, there's another sawmill in the front. I don't think I'm even going to need to do much more than this. I hope it's not that heavy. Well, that was kind of a boom. That wasn't too bad. Then you pull it up till this flat side's even with these flats here. Some people call them knees. Some people call them L's. Some people call them anything they want. Doesn't make any difference. And I don't think you can see me back here. I'm not sure what you're seeing now. Alright, that's got it held in. You want to get rid of the slab. Now what my objectives here, once again if you're new here, I apologize if you're old here or been around for a while. Once you get to this part here, you know you're going to get two I'm cutting 1-inch boards, okay, but you got basically a 1/4 inch you're going to lose every time you cut. Okay, I don't lose it because it goes down in the sawdust bin. Then it goes up in the pile up there, and then I sell it. So it's not wasted. It's just sellable, marketable in a different way. So you got to go you want the last one to be 1 inch, so you're going to be 1 inch on the scale there. So the next one's got to be 2 1/4, and the next one has to be 3 1/2. So I'm going to cut this one at 3 1/2, get the slab wood off. And then I'll have the next pull I'll have some of this what they call Wayne. I don't know why they call it Wayne. I guess because it's goofy stuff on the wood like that guy over at Kinder Farm. Anyhow, I don't know why they call it Wayne. I guess somebody out there knows why they call it Wayne, but it seems to me they just call it bark. I don't know. So let's see if we can't knock that off that you've been here this long. And I'm going to put you back over there because then you're not in the way. I got to roll these. I have this mill set up pretty good. I got to spin you around till you get back down into the, there it is. I got to move these out of the way. If I don't hit the saw there, I should be happy. I'll knock it off, I know I always do. This is what I'm missing on the other mill. I got to do something like this. I really like this feature on this mill, being able to pull these off to the side. This mill is a one-man band. I'm the only one here. Okay, it's real easy. All you got to get a friend. All my friends around here, I'm going to be 74 on my next birthday, and I'm the youngest one. Everybody else is in their 80s around here, and you just saw when you get a chance to saw. So I'm going to start her up. I'm going to go to 3 1/4. Hope I get a slab off. I hope I get some clear face. You like the face is the part that's clear board. You want enough to make like a 6-inch board is what I like as minimum. And once again, I like heavy slabs because it's just going to go down in there. And even that slab wood you saw me just throw in that pile looks like a waste. That's bonfire wood. We have a lot of bonfires. So I'm going to start it up and finish chopping that little up. It should be 3 slices. Drag is going. see what that did going to 3.5, 2 1/4. That leaves your last two boards. That leaves your last, what they call the dog board. I guess this one's the dog board. Leaves them the same width. This I'm gonna go down there and finish getting it out of my way so that junk doesn't build up. Now, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe button. Leave me a comment if we met up at Carlisle and you got a button. And then I think the old geezer's tired because he's been working all day. I might show, if you're interested in seeing how I cut the slabs, if you're new here and interested in seeing how I trim the slabs over there, leave me a comment on that. So you guys got a lot of homework tonight, a lot of commenting to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm trying to, I don't have any videos banked right now. Well, this video is gonna be a bank video because Tuesday I won't be able to do a video, or I might. I don't know how long I'm gonna be at the doctor, how many poking, injection and rejection and crap they're gonna do. It's just ear doctor because I can't hear nothing. So and don't get on me about earmuffs and all that kind of stuff. Anyhow, so I'm trying to bank a couple videos. So do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe. I'm glad that you came along, and I hope we saw you up at the Bunyan or not Bunyan show. Got my brains on backwards. Up at the Carlisle Car Show. That was a great show. Bye-bye. Well, here's a typical day. There's Mr. Deer or Mrs. Deer. There's a deer. There's a deer up there. There's another deer. I guess you can see. There's been about 15 running around here the last few days. And if I'm going up that road. If you're new here, the deer are all over this place. Can you see the spider? Can't see the spider. Oh, he must have left, or he's on the screen. Anyhow. I'm sure he's going to move when I go up that way. Okay, move. There goes the one. There he goes. Those guys up there just looking at me. That one moved. What in the world's he doing? Oh, he's just eating. Well, I guess that was just a deer update. Got a lot of my grass mowed today. But not today isn't today now. Today is the same day as yesterday's video probably. Alright, we'll see you later. Hit the like button and the subscribe button. Don't forget it. It helps. Bye. Hi guys, I don't know how to do editing and all that kind of stuff, but I wanted you to stop by this channel. And I don't know how to put a link for him into here, so I'm just doing a video on my confuser. So Jason, the guy down here, stopped by and he does a lot of videos. This is his station, jmz.net, cars, DIY and adventures. Met him up there, and a real good guy. Now if you want to see some good video of the spring Carlisle and the auction, I didn't even know they had an auction up there in the spring. Stop by his channel and take a look and give him a little love. Show him some numbers there on his subscribers. He's doing a lot better than me. He's real interesting. Got a lot of stuff. I've started watching some of his shows, and I subscribe to him. So I think you'll like it. And like I said, or maybe I said, maybe I didn't say, because I forget half the stuff I do say. When you're in a booth, I didn't get much time to get out and do much videoing up there, so his station will make up for it. So stop by and see him. He doesn't live too far from here. We're going to try to collaborate and get a couple videos, and he said he'd try to help me get better on this channel. So I appreciate it if you give him a by and leave him a comment that I sent you over there, which is always good to feel that, hey, when you send somebody over there, you did a good deed. So I hope you like it. So we'll see you later now. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, I'm just doing a bunch of stuff putting it together. You'll figure me out sometime. Bye-bye. Hi guys, welcome to Frickin' Jeep. My name's John, and got some grass mowed, got this done and that done, got the conveyor out of here yesterday, got a lot done yesterday, even got a little wood salt for you guys so you got some sawdust in your eyes. Today I got to get into unpacking what's behind me, so I thought I'd show you kind of what's going on, or kind of what I got out. I've already gotten quite a few things out, as a matter of fact. I got the grill out, cooler out. I carry a lot of ice up there. Another cooler out, ladder out. I got to bring you by to show you some of the things that I got up there. I bought a few things up there, but remember this box? Oh, here's one. Who remembers the first toilet seat? That's my lost leader up there. People, if I got $1 for every person that took a picture of that, it would pay my rent. Now, the box. Oh, I can't get it out. Oh, it's heavier than it seems. There, now that I move, maybe it'll go. And that is what it covers. Now, some of you guys remember that. Some of you don't. That makes the name tags up at the show. And it's got a lot of miles on it. I'm going to have to pull out all the name tags or the little... Every time you make a name tag, in between the one name tag and the other, it has a little hourglass thing that comes out, and that's how I keep track of my sales. Well, one of the way I keep track of my sales. I keep come back here looking at the camera because I didn't have a very charged battery. Boy, isn't that the truth? Now I'm going to try to put it down in this thing here, and it ain't light. I think somewhere along the line I did a video on how much it weighs, but I figure I'll bring it along to watch you see an old man get a hurt back. Sometimes I'll bring it up and set it in with a table that raises. Oh, there's a bunch of labels down there. I knew there would be, but I'll get them later, I think. Let's see if we can move this. Gravity's on my side. Uh-oh, there are little things everywhere. I'll find them later. And to make it stay in place, in here and in here, I have a couple boards. And that makes it kind of stay where I want. Now, put some of those extra tags up here. I was getting ready to throw some of those tags away. And then I remember when I was up at the... Uh-oh, for some reason that doesn't want to go in there this year. It always goes in there. Well, that's kind of bizarre. Huh. I'll show you what I'm talking about. For a year, I guess it's swelled up because of the rain. Those, I have one board there, one there. Well, that's part of the frame. But those fit in there so that thing doesn't go anywhere. And it doesn't want to go in there this year. So that's kind of weird. But I guess it's just the way it is. Ah, spider running on me. Let me move this out of the way. What I got to get to is the canopy in there. So I'll slowly get to the canopy. Don't know how many tags I made. I'm guessing around 100 up there. Before I get that out, I got to get some of this other stuff out of here. I think this will just pull out. Of course, better not. This box should come off. This is the log lift things for firewood. I don't really. They're good. There's nothing wrong with them. They're brand new. But I don't care for them, so I'm going to go, maybe I'll take them up to Brad's and see if anybody's interested in just buying 1 or 2 to try them out. I think you got to buy a dozen at a time. I'm not sure, and I think that's why I have a whole box of them. And yeah, I'm going to keep a few, but if somebody else wants to keep them out, just give them a whirl, then they're there. So that gets this here. Now, moving along, I know the batteries are flashing at me, so you guys are going to bug out in a minute or two. That's all the sides and the top. Got a few other things in here in the way, but not too bad. Hooks. I had, not that you guys will have a whole lot of interest. bought 2 boxes of these hooks. Okay, one hooks were like that, and the other hooks were like this. And there was about 100, at least 100 hooks in a box. And this is what I'm down to. I was selling them for 50 cents a piece. I bought the 2 boxes for $5 a piece. And I use those hooks quite a bit. Now we'll get this out. And everything's got its place. And no, I don't pick it up. Kind of getting away from me. It wants to roll away. There it goes. Now it's up. I'm gonna have to open it up and wash the feeties off. The feeties are all covered in mud, and the what do you call it? Everything's got to get dried out. Anyhow, my signs are in there. Tables are there. The label maker table's up there. Grill's up there. So that's what my chores for a little while I'll do until I get tired of it, and then I'll move to something else. You know me, I flutter around worse than a butterfly on a butterfly bush. So we'll see you back in a little while. Bye-bye. Kind of a quick update. System's down pretty good after we got the tables out. They went up. Got the what do you call it out? It's up. Then this just gets pulled forward. That's about the same thing I do at the car show. So that's about how that goes. And then I'll empty that stuff out. I guess you can see my gorilla up there, and everything for the tent, tarp, whatever you want to call it, fits right in here. I made this little shelf here because it's got a handle in there and you couldn't stack anything on there, so now I can stack more stuff up there. But I sold all that stuff, and then I'll be getting into that stuff up there. We got the tarp out. Mrs. Frickin' Jeep gave me a hand getting the tarp out, and it's out here drying. I figured I'd bring you along for the ride. And we washed off the legs and washed off some of the bottom and got the big stuff out. The little stuff's just going to get on it next year. So it's out drying, fluff it up a little bit a couple times, and I think with the sun as low as humidity is out here, this will be dry in no time at all. Then you got to fold it all back up and package it up. So and that all this goes into there. It's too hard folding and opening and shutting this thing with the top on. Believe me, been there. We'll see you. Bye bye. Just another update. Here's my my support thing. Wherever that tent thing goes, this has got all the little hoot-diggies I made to hold it down with. These are hold downs. These are what screw the big screws in. I think I've showed you the screws. Ground grabber are the screws if you want to go take a look at them. Then I have 10 tons of straps in here. So everything gets super strapped down and gets put back in its place and put away. I think I'm going to let it sit out there in the sun because some of those straps might have moisture in them. So that's next step. See ya. Just an update. Bye-bye. Hi guys, it's just kind of an update. Got the truck. I got a few things out of it. Toilet seat, oil pump, silver thing. It's getting pretty empty. Everything's here. Got to pull the truck out, and that's down there. That goes up in a thing up there. So I'm coming along. Well, I want to show you what I got up at Carlisle. I know you guys are dying to find out. I bought 2 fire extinguishers. Now, if you go visit Temple Hills Sawmill, see Shannon, he had a fire at a sawmill, and I thought after seeing that, it kind of maybe woke my brain up to it, and maybe somebody else there that's got a sawmill might not hurt to have a fire extinguisher there. So I bought 2. I don't know whether they're new. I mean, they're charged and all that. They might be just full of water. I have no idea, but it seemed like a good thing to buy, and hopefully they'll work, and hopefully I'll never even find out whether they do work. So those 2 were 15 bucks a piece, and I'm going to replace the ones that I've had in the house for quite a few years and put the ones that I've had at the house down at the sawmill. You probably saw me use this on a past video. This was a, what do they call it? Safety siphon. And I got that with a 3/8 line because the back of the truck had several inches of water in it, and I was bailing it out with a little cup, and I said, nah, I don't feel like doing that anymore. So it worked good. Probably only use it, maybe I don't have to use it again, but I use the other one that I have. I have two of them. I have a 3/4 with maybe I don't know how long that hose is. You saw me siphoning diesel fuel last week with it. And then this one here is 3/8, and I know it's 10 feet of hose. So that's how that is. I bought a lot of wire brushes. I find these really handy. They're $1 a piece. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's $15 worth of wire brushes here, including these. These you can put on the, I guess the whatever, and run them in and out. I think this is the one I used on the sawmill, and I noticed mine was getting a little wore out. If you have a Frick sawmill and you want to go and you move your pins around, they get clogged up. You get one of these brushes and it cleans those pinholes out real good. I use these quite frequently, and the plastic ones I seem to break quite frequently. Then I'm always using these things. So we got $15, $25 there. We got $25 there, and then we got $15 a piece, so $30 there. So that wasn't too bad. I kept it under 100, which is a miracle for me. Anyhow, that's what I got up at Carlisle. We got the tent. I think I showed you earlier. It was out there drying. Guess what? It's all packed away, and it'll go up on the shelf. Actually, it doesn't go up on the shelf. It goes right over there. And so that's what's going on here. I got the label maker in the basement put away. Still putting a few things away, kind of taking a break, kind of moving slow today. So we'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.